half Korean, half other races. Like, we got Heinz Ward, although he got a DUI recently. But Daniel Henney. There's A. Marie. There's they're all in the forefront. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you guys probably feel the same way because from what I heard, like Heinz Ward was not really down with his Korean side, until fairly recently.
A lot of people will deny their halves.
Yeah.
I think it was a point, maybe at one point I was that way too, but then I had to fix it within myself because that wasn't right. Because I was both, and my mom always told me that I was. But at the same token, all those things that's happened to me was part of my success now too. It fueled my fire to succeed in what I wanted to do, and now they can't say anything.
Yeah.
So I used it to my advantage, so I was pretty lucky.
I think if you're interested in someone, no matter what their ethnicity is, you'll work around things,
I think everybody has, to make their own choices. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's fine.
Well, I wouldn't mind still dating somebody outside my culture and ethnic group, but I think, I'm more hesitant in having a long-term relationship. I think ultimately I'll settle down with somebody in my own culture.
So I just think that, just stay with your own racial background because it's just the way that you were raised and culturally wise, it's a different culture when you meet with someone else because you're not used to it.
I haven't officially dated, but I've had crushes on people outside my race, and people outside my race have had crushes on me. And I think it just shows that racism is slowly going away.
It's very just all these cultural differences. It's not hard, it's just different, I guess.
I think everyone should do it once in their lifetime because you learn so much more outside.
You're watching Real Talk.
Hi, this is Phyllis Spearman letting you know you're watching Real Talk, the best show in Korea.
One topic that I guess a lot of people can't really disagree on would be food. Now, there are a lot of people that are fans of Korean food, but I want to ask each of you what your favorite type of cuisine is and how you feel about Korean food.
My favorite type of cuisine is whatever is on the plate. If someone else has cooked it, I will like it. Korean food, I really like, and I was a vegetarian for about 20 years, and I just started eating meat 6 months ago. So I had galbi for the first time, and there's kind of no going back. As they say, once you have galbi.
So you're a fan?
Yes.
That's a crazy slogan for kalbi. You know what I mean? Like, you were a vegetarian for so long. Like, we stopped vegetarians from being vegetarians.
Yeah.
Kalbi. No.
So smart.
How about you, Jennifer?
I always say my favorite cuisine's Korean.
Do you really?
I really do. My favorite Korean dish, which I always say, is nakjibokum or ojingo bokum. Those are my tops.
I grew up on Korean food. I travel all over the world, and the first thing I do when I go to a hotel is look for a Korean restaurant. If I don't eat Korean food for 2 weeks, I start stressing. You get that stress. you need pop. You need kimchi, man. I eat pretty much everything, but my favorite is galbichim, 닭도리탕. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's the bomb, man. You can't get that nowhere else, man.
That's amazing. Don't you agree, Danny? It seems like a lot of Koreans who grow up eating Korean food, when they step away from Korean food, whether they travel
you miss it. You
fiend
it.
Right?
Yeah.
It seems like that's a common reaction.
Yeah.
I get the scratches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like fuel, man. You have to have it.
Yeah.
Diane, so let's talk a little bit about your book. Okay, so it's called Kissing Outside the Lines, once again. If you could summarize in just a few sentences the main point that you want to get across, what would that be?
The book is sort of like a roadmap to a happy interracial marriage. Not amongst a husband and a wife, amongst a husband and his parents and his wife, or a wife and her parents and her husband. It's trying to make it all fit so you don't have to give up any part of the people that you loved before just because of the person that you love now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know, seriously.
Danny, stop crying.
I'm gonna, I don't cry in public, Diane. Before we go, can you guys give the viewers advice on maybe they're dealing with something that you're dealing with?
I think we're supposed to be at a place in our lives and as a society, as progression, that you get to choose love for love and you get to choose work for the love of that work, that we're not out there sort of working the land for survival, that we're not picking partners for survival, that we're not picking men over women or one race over another, that you're supposed to move forward with your heart. And along with that, you have to use your head to make sure you don't alienate everybody else. And if you can sort of work on the two slowly and patiently, hopefully you'll end up with both.
I would say my piece of advice would be just be proud of who you are and don't let anyone tell you who you look like, what you should be, what you should claim. My mother used to tell me to claim white when I used to pick my race on the school forms because my last name is of, Anglo-Saxon English origin. That used to upset me. And I also think that the most important thing is it will be difficult and you will have people that try to tell you one way or another, but just be strong and just know that there's other half Koreans out there and we're all going through the same thing in some degree or another.
Yeah. My best piece of advice is pretty much you have to accept who and what you are, Like she said, don't let other people put labels on you. Just do what you want to do. At the end of the day, you can't please everybody anyway. Somebody's not going to like you for whatever reason, so why bother caring? You're going to live your life to please other people. Just, do what you want to do and pretty much accept that you're both races and learn what you can from it and use it to your advantage.
Diane, Jennifer, Philip, thank you so much for being here with us on Real Talk. It was such a pleasure speaking with you all and hearing all your experiences and your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to me, this is kind of I'm going to show this episode to my mom just in case. My mom, it's okay. It's all right. We're going to have good-looking babies. Thank you guys. And,
Thank you. Thanks
for
having
having us.
Thank you. What I learned today is that, it's not about color. You know what I mean? That's not important. As our guest said, it's about love. And so let's not judge everybody just because they're not, of the same race. But just people are people. We bleed the same color. So that's what we learned today.
That's right. Thanks so much, Danny, by the way, for helping me out so much. It was my first day here at Real Talk, so I appreciate all of your help, and I really appreciate our featured guest today. If you have any questions or if you have any comments at home, we'd love to hear from all of our viewers. You can simply log on to our website, arirangtv.com, for more information. You can also email us with those questions and comments. All you have to do is email realtalk@arirangtv.com.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.